Good morning, everybody. Kathy Hawk here. I'm just back from a wonderful vacation, and it reminded me today to talk about the power to change your mind. We so Gary and I decided to take a trip and go somewhere that he had never been before and I'd been before. And what I was thinking about as we were traveling was, how is it that I changed my mind about where we were headed? There were some negative thought patterns around this place that we were visiting. It was a resort. And the last time I'd been there, and admittedly, it was years ago, it wasn't the most positive experience for me. And I thought, how is it that in the ensuing years, I have studied and learned and created clarity and really come to understand the power of my thought? So in Gary's essay that you're going to read when it gets posted, what if your mind changes itself? And it's the story of a really good friend of ours, Teresa, who was in a car accident and had a brain injury. And she had to be in the quiet, in the dark, for a number of months until all the input, settled down. And the courage that she had a choice. Said, we all have this choice. We can either be in self-pity about something, or we can take back our power. And I did that with changing my mind about the resort that we were headed to, and had a wonderful time. And I applaud Teresa for her ability to stay in everything above the line and positivity, even though it was a very negative circumstance. And that's the tip that I want you to take away from today: is where do we give our power away to others rather than keep it to ourselves? And keeping it to yourselves means the ability to focus on something that is positive. And you all know that I developed a set of cards to help you focus, the clarity cards. Now, we're having a little bit of trouble on the website. So if you decide you need a deck and you want to get a hold of them, you're better off writing me, Kathy Hawk at getclarity.com, and I will talk to our fulfillment house. But anyway, here's how they work. So I just spread them out in front of me. You can't see that, of course. And then I'm just going to ask the question, what would be the advice from the angels and guides? Because remember, these cards were given to us by our angels and our guides, not our guard. Well, they are our guards, but they were given to us to give us a different point of focus. So I'm just going to choose one. And the one today is choose kindness. So being kind to yourself. And I think that's really appropriate for today, because Teresa was kind to herself. I was kind to myself on this trip, recognizing that things are different. And the opposite, how they work, there's a negative side too that you want to be aware of but not focus on. And the opposite of kindness is criticism. So it says choose kindness. Kindness means accepting people and things as they are and relating to them from compassion and empathy. It results in discernment and unity. Criticism implies that differences are wrong or bad, resulting in a high level of blame and separateness. Now, in clarity, we don't use wrong, bad, right, wrong. What we do is we say it either works or it doesn't. It's either an effective thought or an ineffective thought. So today, let's use that message and be really kind to yourself, first of all, because if you can't be kind to yourself, it's way harder to be kind to others. It's kind of a um, false feeling. So be kind to yourself first and then others. And I'm going to go ahead and end for today. So have an absolutely